Hello everyone, this is Kyle Galaz with Poor2Pro Car Sales Training Podcast. Become a sales titan. We are in season 6. This is episode 9. We're getting close to the end of season 6. Thank you guys for following along. Thank you guys for sharing the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without all the listeners and supporters, the podcast would be bleak. And I appreciate everyone's support and kind words, so thank you. So season 6, episode 9, selling vehicles on Facebook Marketplace. There is a market out there on Facebook Marketplace, on Facebook, to get you those extra car deals a month that you need to hit those bonuses, to become a sales titan. And remember, we can't just rely on walk-in traffic, because what happens if the dealership can't advertise like it used to? What if it can't get the foot traffic like it used to? This is where you become the CEO of you within the dealership. Your business within the dealership is marketing yourself and putting yourself out there and trying new things to drum up business. If walk-ins are light and you still want to make that 10 grand a month, you have to find another way to do it. You can't throw in the towel and blame everybody else. You got to fight for your right to get those car sales and to party. So we're going to be talking about one facet of the car business that has evolved. When I started in the car business in 2003, there was no Facebook Marketplace. There was no online presence for the most part for an individual to post a vehicle. Yes, there was dealership websites, but they didn't have internet leads coming in back in those days that were moving the needle quite a bit for the dealership. People like walking in on the dealership. They walk on the lot. And we got really good at taking ups, and we're professionals and we're pros at taking an up. But what about the people that are scared to come in, walk into a dealership? They're timid. This is how you reach them. This is one avenue, is Facebook Marketplace. Now, this episode may age really bad because Facebook may take down Marketplace in the future. People from the future listening to this episode might be, what is Facebook Marketplace? But for right now, this episode is relevant because I know a lot of people that are selling 5 to 6 cars a month and more just on Facebook Marketplace. And they still got their internet leads from the dealership, and they still get their walk-in traffic, and they get their repeat customers and referrals. And this is how these people are selling 15, 20 cars a month. It's because they have a little bit of every category coming in to sell cars at. I saw a post from a gentleman that said he sold over 200 vehicles last year on Facebook Marketplace. If you don't think there's a market for Facebook Marketplace deals, ask that guy, right? So there is a market out there. We just have to tap into it, and this episode's going to cover it. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode, the bonus episode 6 with Xavier Aranda. He did out of Texas. He did a one-on-one with me, and it's really cool being able to do one-on-ones with salespeople from around the world. And he's in Texas. I'm in North Idaho. I'm almost to the Canadian border over here, and no distance can stop someone who wants to train. Xavier and all the other people that have done one-on-ones with me, no distance will stop them. They are going to get better regardless of distance or what they have to do to get better. They're on a mission to become number one. What was really cool is Xavier messaged me the next day and the day after, and he basically told me his GM asked him, "What's gotten into you, man? You seem like a totally different person. What's going on?" And he let him know about the training session. So the GM's listening to the podcast and watching it now. And it's just a testament to what training does for you guys. The fact that you're listening to this episode right now tells me you want to go to the next level. Congratulations. And if you want to take it a step further, you can book me for a one-on-one training session, just like Xavier did. I'm about to do one later today with Christian out of Canada, and I appreciate all the support there. So keep up the good work and message me. It's $149 USD, and it's pretty simple. I send you the Zoom link, and boom, we're connected. Please share this episode with anybody you feel in the car business that might benefit from getting better at Facebook Marketplace postings and selling. All right, let's get into the episode. Facebook Marketplace. There's 2 ways to approach when you're posting a vehicle on Facebook Marketplace, but you have to be clear and decisive when you go to post it. Are you posting it as a dealership rep? Are you showing the fact that it's a dealership vehicle? Or are you in the second category where you're posting it as an individual, where you don't really promote that it's at a dealership initially. Obviously, they're going to eventually ask where you at, I want to come see it, and you're going to tell them it's a dealership. But you need to be clear either way you go. Either post it as a dealership or post it as an individual. And the way you post it as a dealership is, you guys have your custom license plates on the dealership license plate paper, on the license plates that show your dealership. Pink, red, orange, whatever color they are, that's a clear indicator that this is a dealership vehicle. Or it's in between other cars and you're posting vehicles and there's cars all around. But at least you're clear about what you're doing and who you are and what you're representing. And when you do your description, if you're posting it as a dealership rep, let people know, I am a car salesperson. My name is this. I work at this dealership. If you would like to come see this, message me to set up an appointment, or I can send you a credit app to get approved. And give them an option to get the ball rolling, but be very clear and decisive. And then if you're posting as an individual, make sure you cover the license plate frame. Isolate the vehicle away from the dealership. At our dealership, we have a cul-de-sac that's around the corner, and salespeople will bring the vehicle over to the cul-de-sac, and they take pictures of the vehicle where you can't see the dealership plates. The benefit to doing it that way as an individual is you can funnel all the business to your cell phone number. Okay? That is a perk to hiding the fact that you're a dealership at first, is you can funnel everything. What I mean by funnel is if they don't know it's at a dealership, then they have to respond to you on your Facebook Marketplace posting via message, or if you have your cell number on there. Okay? So as an individual, you do have an advantage to funnel everybody to that post, to you as an individual. If you're doing it as a dealership, hey, I work over at this dealership, you run the risk of that person just calling the dealership and asking if that vehicle's available and getting with somebody else. There's perks to both sides. If you represent as the dealership and you're very clear, then you're going to probably get more serious buyers at first. People that say, oh, he's a dealership. Yeah, I like going through a dealership. Yeah, let's message that person. And they're not going to want to, they're going to do this, but you're going to weed out a lot of the low ballers and the people that hit you with silly offers, because they know you're a dealership and they know that you're not here to play games. You're still going to get a lot of low ballers, and that's part of the game on Facebook Marketplace, is dealing with these low ballers, but we'll get into that later. But either way, you're going to have your challenges. As a dealership, oh, I don't like buying cars from a dealership. Or as an individual, oh, when they find out you're at a dealership, they may not be as interested anymore, or they just lowball you and they want to trade stuff. You get that as an individual. Would you take in a laptop for that old car? You're going to get more of that. But either way you go, first as a dealership rep or second as an individual, just be very clear and make your postings and your descriptions and all that clear. Yes, I work at a dealership. My name is this. Boom, boom, boom. Have nice spaces and make it clean and very eligible. What's that word? Eligible? Legible. We're going to go with legible. Make it very legible so people can read very easily your post. Don't fill it with too much, but fill it with enough to where they can make a decision if they want to inquire or not with you. Okay, now let's get into the inquiries. On Facebook Marketplace, you're going to get a lot of inquiries on your vehicle. You're going to get people that lowball you. You're going to get people that don't like dealerships. You're going to get people that make offers with trades. The key here is to weed through them as quick as possible and find the buyer in that mix of people. You're even going to get scammers. Here's what's your 6-digit Google code. But if you want to enter into this market and pick up those 4 or 5 extra deals a month, you're going to have to deal with some of it. It's not just a wham bam and you got a car deal. There's work involved, but none of us are afraid of work. We got to do what we got to do to make our big money. So be prepared for a lot of inquiries, especially if the unit is a hot item, low mileage Tacoma 2012 with 4-wheel drive. That's going to be a hot item. So be ready for a lot of inquiries, but get through them quickly. If you got a guy that's lowballing you, no thank you, move on. Don't spend a lot of time trying to sell the guy that offers 10 grand less. No thank you. Right? Pull it from him that quick. Block them, because you don't need that in your life, all these lowballers. There's going to be that one person that says, hey, I'd like to come see it. I got 5 grand down. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, you got an appointment set. So you're going to have to weed through it. So if you're not that great at dealing with people that lowball, practice with these people. No, thank you. Too low. You don't got to deal with these people because they're dime a dozen out there, the lowballers. And you can put in your post, no lowballers, but you'll still get it. And you're going to have to deal with some hate too when you post on Facebook Marketplace. And let's say it's an item that's expensive. You're going to get the laugh emojis. You're going to get all these people that are hating on you because they got nothing better to do with their life than hate on other people. Take that as a compliment that you're out grinding and hustling, and these people are at home doing laugh emojis on people trying to make money. They're in their grandma's basement and they don't know what they're doing with their life. So don't feel that bad. Just take it and move on. I get the same stuff with the podcast. There was a GM out of the East Coast that put on one of my posts, "Don't listen to this idiot," and I took it personally at first, but then I thought, wow, for a guy to knock another guy out there trying to make it, especially when he's a GM and all the people that listen to my podcast basically say that it's helped him, shows me what kind of person that is. He wants to be a trainer. He wants to do something special, but he's stuck in it behind his office at a failing dealership. Who knows what the case may be, but I just let it go. I moved on. But initially I was hurt. What do you mean I'm an idiot? Don't listen to this guy. I try my best on the podcast. How dare this guy? But then I thought, you know what? Where is he in his life that he's got to take down a guy trying to help salespeople out? Where is that guy in his life? And I just moved on. So same thing with you when you're posting on vehicles on Facebook Marketplace. Be ready for some haters. Laugh with them, whatever it is, but don't engage with them. Whatever you do, don't engage. I chose not to engage with that GM saying that because I'm not bringing myself to that level. I'm on a mission to go to the top. He's on a mission of not. So when you get these haters on your posts, let it go, man. Move on. Keep posting. Keep doing you and keep fighting for what's right. The more haters you have, you're probably doing some things right. People don't like people being successful because they can't do it or don't have the drive or don't have the work ethic that you do to do it. So, on Facebook Marketplace, be ready for some haters. Now, here's another thing. Learn your market. What are you posting? I'm up here in North Idaho. When we post Jeeps and we post trucks and we post off-road vehicles, that is our market up here. Yes, can you post a Corvette or a Maserati every once in a while on here on Facebook Marketplace? Yes, but you're not going to get a whole lot of inquiries. You post a Tacoma that's 25 grand, you're going to get flooded. So you got to learn your market. Now, where you're at, Tacomas and Jeeps and off-road trucks may not be so hot. You might be in a place where two-wheel drives are hot trucks. So make sure you learn your market when you're posting these vehicles and try to stick to vehicles that are 25 grand or less. You want to do an 80-20 split there. 80% of your vehicles need to be 25 grand or less, and then 20% you can go as high as you want, because the majority of people shopping on Facebook Marketplace are budget-conscious people, and they're trying to find a good deal. Okay, so if you post a $100,000 Escalade, yes, it can sell on Facebook Marketplace, but you're going to get less inquiries on something like that. So just remember that when you're posting, learn your market, post vehicles that are 25 grand or less, and be ready for those inquiries. Also, when you get these inquiries in and you have people that want to basically do a whole car deal over the text, try to get those people in. Fight to get that appointment. A lot of Facebook Marketplace people don't really want to come into the dealership once they find out you're a dealership. They want to try to negotiate the whole thing over the message. And you can do quite a bit over the message, but in the end, you still have to get them in. So anytime you're talking with your customer about pricing or trades or how it drives, what are the tires like, finish every sentence with, when can you come in? Your vehicle's waiting for you. You kind of assume the sale, and we'd like to see your trade. When your trade is here, that's when my boss can give top dollar. I would like you to see our vehicle before we make any negotiation offers, and we take all offers seriously when you're here. So yes, you got to kind of go through the process with them over messages quite a bit, but gear it towards getting them in, because the person that commits to the appointment on Facebook Marketplace, you have an extremely high chance of selling them. If you engage with the lowballers, if you engage with the people that want to trade in their Xbox, you're not going to have a high percentage of sales, and you're going to get frustrated and maybe quit. So So try to weed through them quickly. Try to find that buyer, and the way you find the buyer is by asking questions. Are you trading anything in? How's your credit? What kind of payment? What's your tax rate? Are you out of state? Et cetera, et cetera. And the more questions they answer to you, the more serious they are. Okay, so know that if they're starting to answer a lot of questions of yours, they're probably serious. That's probably a good person to set an appointment with. Okay. We talked about this a lot, dealing with lots of offers. You're going to get low ballers. You're going to get guys in the middle. You're going to get some people that just want to wheel and deal just to do that. But let them know that, man, I'm here to negotiate, but I got to get you in. And if they're offering something that's fairly reasonable, and you feel like, hey, this might be a deal, and they're out of town pretty far, you might have to work that deal over message. You might have to work the entire deal over message, come to terms. And then the customer will be willing to drive that 2 or 3 hours. It's not possible to get everyone in on an appointment, especially if they're from out of town. So some of these deals, if you feel like, hey, there's a deal here, write it up. Let your manager know, hey, this is a Facebook deal I'm working, and this guy made an offer. I know we may not be able to hit it, but he's pretty far away. I can't get him in on an appointment, but I'm trying to make this deal. And then if you end up coming to terms, boom, you just picked up a deal that you wouldn't have had unless you posted that vehicle on Marketplace. The key to selling on Facebook Marketplace is consistency. Consistency. Posting vehicles every day. 3 is a good number to post. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, especially if you take a little bit longer to post these vehicles. Try to do 3 vehicles a day. Okay, and here's some tips on that. 3 vehicles a day. Take very good pictures. Show the flaws if you have some flaws. You don't have to show all the flaws, but if you make it known that, hey, it has a dent in the bumper, people appreciate that, because when they drive in and they find all this damage, they're going to be more upset at you. But if you're straight up, hey, has a few dents and dings, has some character, but it is 5 years old, you can be straight up with these people and they'll appreciate it. And then you're going to weed out the person that wants a perfect vehicle. Figure out if you want to rep it as a dealership employee or as an individual. Now, when you're posting these vehicles and you're doing 3 a day, let's say you sell one. Don't delete the post off Marketplace. Mark it as sold, and it's going to ask you, did you sell this through Facebook? Yes. The algorithm's going to start liking you more and more the more business you do through Facebook Marketplace. Now, let's say you post a F-150 today, and a coworker, another salesman, sells it tomorrow. Go on Facebook Marketplace, mark it as sold. Yes, I sold it through Facebook Marketplace. Don't delete it. You have to show Facebook that you're selling the vehicles through them, so you can build a portfolio of sold vehicles, and Facebook can start recognizing you as a power seller. You'll start getting badges from Facebook Marketplace saying, hey, active user, power seller. They got all these different titles, and that can really start building a case file for someone that inquires with you and messages you on Facebook Marketplace that, oh, this guy sold a ton of vehicles on here. So you're separating yourself from the average guy on Facebook Marketplace as a power seller. Oh my gosh, this guy does business on Facebook Marketplace. If your dealership sells 50 to 100 used cars a month pre-owned, and you have 25 of those posted, whether you sold them or not, but you mark them sold through Facebook Marketplace, yes, this vehicle is sold, you're going to get credit through that for that vehicle through Facebook Marketplace. But the key is consistency. Now, here's what I mean by that. If you can hold yourself accountable to posting 3 vehicles a day or more, you're going to start getting residual inquiries from 2 months ago, from 3 months ago, because what's going to happen is you may have a vehicle on your lot that's been in stock for 2 months that you posted 2 months ago, and now someone has found it on Facebook Marketplace, that's their dream vehicle, and they inquire on it from a post you did 2 months ago, and you check your inventory, no, it's available. Wow. Okay, so if you think about this, if you do 3 a day and you do that for a year and you take your days off, right? You don't post every day, you got your days off. Think about how many vehicles are going to be on Facebook Marketplace under your name. Now, some of these could be sold, of course. Some of these went to auction because they took too long to sell. But chances are someone is going to message you saying, hey, is this thing still available? You know, a post that you had on a Ford Focus 3 months ago. No, it sold, but I have another one. It just came in. And you can start seeing how this can multiply inquiries every day. And be ready for the inquiries if you're posting 3 a day. Because guess what? If you're telling yourself, I don't have time to do this, trust me, you do, because once you get good at it, you can pump out a vehicle on Facebook Marketplace in 5 to 10 minutes. Trust me, you have 15 to 30 minutes a day to post on Facebook Marketplace, and let the internet work for you. Let the algorithm work for you. Let Facebook work for you. Facebook can be your secretary posting vehicles, right? It's out there and people message you and all that gets forwarded to you. Because it's just another extension of you. If you take a piece of paper and you draw a circle in the middle, and that's you. The circle is you. Right in the middle, small little circle. And then you have a big circle on the outside. You know, it's extended out. Well, the big circle is all the customers waiting to find you. Well, if you don't post anything, you'll have no connection between your little circle and this big circle around you of customers. So every time you post, think of it as a line, a fishing line coming from you out to those customers. If you have hundreds of vehicles posted on Facebook, how many fishing lines do you have in the water? And you're trying to catch these customers, trying to catch the fish. If you have no lines in the water and you're on the dock, how many fish can you catch? None. If you have 100 lines in the water, aka Facebook postings, you have a better chance of catching fish. It's a numbers game, and you have to stay consistent with posting on Facebook. Make it a daily habit. Instead of smoking and joking with your fellow buddies at work and getting in the huddle, spend that time to post a few vehicles. Break it up throughout the day. I'm going to post one in the morning. I'm going to post one in the middle of the day. I'm going to post one before I go home. And I'm going to manage these inquiries as best as I can and weed out the ones that are low ballers and weed out the ones that aren't serious and weed out the ones that want to trade, because it's better than doing nothing, and it's better than waiting for a customer to come on the lot and hope. You know, the Joe Verdi's hope system. I hope to sell a car today. No, you need to come in to the dealership with the mentality of, I'm going to sell a car today. I just need to figure out which avenue I'm going to sell the car. Is it going to be on Facebook? Is it going to be a walk-in? Is it going to be an internet lead? Is it going to be an appointment I already had? Is it going to be a referral? Is it going to be a repeat? The more channels you have to sell cars, the more cars you can sell. If you're not getting online and posting on Facebook Marketplace, you're missing the boat, because it's happening right now. The market is buying. People are buying from Facebook Marketplace. People don't like to walk into the dealership like they used to, because they have so many options to look at vehicles without getting off their couch, without getting out of their chair. And if you have enough fishing lines out there, then you're going to end up catching some of these people in car deals. And that's the whole point of posting, is getting your name out there. It's another avenue to get people on Facebook, deals on Facebook. Now, we're going to do a section of regular Facebook posts. We're going to move away from Marketplace, and we're going to talk about regular Facebook postings. So this is a very clear indicator when you start posting pictures of cars and pictures of your dealership, and you start posting videos of what you do and post videos of you at the dealership. You're going to find out real fast who your real Facebook friends are and who actually supports you. And here's how I know why. Because when I started posting a lot about my dealership and cars at the dealership, and, you know, if you go to my Facebook, follow me on Facebook, go to Kyle Galaz, you'll see that anytime a dog or someone brings in a cute puppy, I'll post it on Facebook saying, hey, a fresh trade-in. And it gets a lot of views and likes, and, you know, it's a cute dog, all kinds of cool comments. And I'll also do stuff like take a picture of a couple sports cars next to each other, and I'll hit A or B, you know, pick A or B. And it gets a lot of inquiries and comments, and people are like, oh, A, I'll take the Corvette. Oh, B, I like the Mustang. You know, whatever vehicle I post. But what I start seeing is people will unfriend me. And I think, why would you unfriend me? All I post is my family and cars. Oh, okay, I see. You don't like that. You don't like family and cars. Well, then I didn't want you in my friends list anyway. And you'll start weeding out people that are not supportive of your career, of your successes, when you're posting fun stuff about your job, fun stuff about meeting customers, fun stuff about your successes. people out there will start weeding themselves on your Facebook because they don't want to see other people successful. And then the people that like your comments and heart your comments and your pictures and all that, those are the supporters. Send them a message. Hey, thanks for liking my post. I really appreciate it. I love the dealership I work at. And you're going to find out real fast who your supporters are out in the car business by making those fun videos and fun posts and just having fun. When it comes to posting, on your normal feed, you don't have to have everything for sale because you'll start getting people unfollowing you and blocking you. Have it about cars and fun and your job. Leave the for sale stuff for the marketplace because you don't want to flood everybody with stuff for sale on your postings. You want to let them get to know you. Have fun. Do videos, do reels, do posts, do A or B. Which sports car would you rather have, this one or this one? And get people engaged with it. And then you're going to start getting some branding out there that you're the person to go to for a vehicle because you're active on social media, on Facebook, and you throw in those hashtags. Don't forget hashtag and do hashtag your city name, hashtag your state, hashtag your something nearby, hashtag the car, and then make sure you do an at in the city you live in, at the who knows, the street your dealership's on. Make sure you throw some ats in there so that way you tag the city, tag the state, things like that, because you'll get some more viewership from the random stuff. So there's quite a few things on Facebook Marketplace that you'll figure out as you go. And there's going to be changes. This episode may, like I said, may not age that great because there may be updates to Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace may change, but for right now, it's pretty hot. People are selling on Facebook Marketplace. You just have to be active, consistent, and be clear and concise of what you are. Are you a dealership representing vehicles, or are you an individual and trying to funnel everyone to you? The fact of the matter is, be active. Activity creates activity. If you're putting in, then you're going to get out. If you put in work, you're going to get money out of it. Weed through those customers quickly. Don't spend a lot of time on the low ballers because it'll get you frustrated. And remember, when you get haters, know that you're doing it right because haters, they never hate on haters. Haters hate on stuff that shines. And you're the diamond out there at your dealership. And stay busy and stay focused every day. And I promise you, you're going to keep climbing at your dealership. You're going to keep climbing in income. You're going to keep climbing in success because you're being consistent, you're being active, you're being creative, and you're trying new things. If you're already on Facebook Marketplace, congrats. You're already probably making sales. Maybe fine tune it if you want to get a little bit more out of it. If you're not on Facebook Marketplace or you know somebody on Facebook Marketplace, please share this episode. Get on Facebook Marketplace and try something new. Don't sit around and do nothing. Do something and find different avenues to get those customers. And let's start with Facebook Marketplace. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys at the top. Kyle Galaz signing out.